here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Mike 57. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the foot.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Wilson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Go, go, go. I got it.
Run left, run left.
Where? Watch the whip.
Let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, a run with Breida. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Now Wilson, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Jump. He goes 368.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, your often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 42.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Right there, 56. Blue down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the run. Watch the eye. Check safety.
93, 52, 93, 42.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And some space here. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Banjo.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm coming.
Check.
Wilson now, throwing again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leroy Reynolds leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Wilson on first down. Complete. It's Johnson.
Wilson's pass complete to number 81. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score.
Seahawks 9. Bengals 7.
Let's get it together. Check.
No.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leroy Reynolds able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
14, 40. Check 13.
To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
59. Go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5, But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Andy Dalton. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Nice.
50, Mike, 50.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
57, Mike, 50.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
I got you. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill.
Regular.
Check 26. Hatchet.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What? Move 15. 5, 36. All right.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Carl Lawson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
368.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Mixon, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
368. They're not ready for this. They still playing solid. Y'all playing the wrong football. Heavy. Check Nixon.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Watch the twins.
Move. 368.
Dalton here from the gun. Oh, he's going to go for it all. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Wilson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. It's caught, blocked it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
368.
Here's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Dalton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
61, match box, white.
Check 24, check 24.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
And it'll be Dalton again. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A nice little juke. And shutting him off. Now open field. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got him. 2 by 2. Move.
Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Mike by 4.
All day, baby. All day.
Hey, 1 set, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Too little, cupcake.
Throwing, Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2 times, 2 times. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
It's hot.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. You. Begin. Check 4, check 4. 36.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
And now to the air, Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A gain of 14.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Dalton's throw on target to Tyler Boyd. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey guys, listen.
On first down, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. The end result, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At their 49-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more where I came from.
Fight! 57 to Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hey, alert. Come get some.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now it's Wilson. He'll run it. Touchdown, Seahawks. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Line 36. Line 36.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
First down and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. He's crashing. He go 368. Check.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bengals, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.